Okay, welcome back. Well, next on our tour of the syllabus is resources, which is just another way of saying how you can get help in this class. Okay. One of the common misconceptions that students have is that an online course is inferior to an in-person course. And I won't debate the fact that sometimes that's true. It's true especially if the professor has never taught online before. It's their first rodeo, so to speak. It's also true though if the professor takes the point of view that an online course just consists of throwing materials on a learning management system like Canvas and then having the students go through and check all the boxes. Would that it were that easy. If it was, why would you pay to go to college? You could teach yourself. And unfortunately, I think that's what happens a lot of times when professors try to teach online classes. They just put links up and videos up, and they think that somehow the student is just going to be able to jump through the hoops and come out the other end successful. And very often it doesn't work that way. And I can give you examples, many examples actually, of online classes that are far superior to anything that's offered at the majority of US institutions as far as in-person classes. And what makes that difference is the ability to have communication with the student. That's really the key. In this course, I try to walk a very fine line. I try to balance the need to have you engaged and to have activities that will help promote engagement versus not overwhelming you. And I think we've struck a pretty good balance in this class. But one of the things that's absolutely essential, and this is what causes online classes to go bad, is that you have the ability to communicate to me when you're having trouble. The problem that students have usually in an online class is that they feel, kind of like lost in space. They feel disembodied. Professors just thrown all this stuff at them, told them to do it, and they're just left on their own. And that's not good teaching. That is a really bad online class. And I try very hard not to do that. I don't think anyone that's ever taken any of my classes can ever say that I do that. Let me tell you what we're going to do in this class to ensure that you can get help. Okay, so what are your resources? There are 4. Now, before the animation was skipping ahead, now I can't even get it to work. Let me try this. There we go. So first of all, me. The first thing I want you to know is that I give you my personal cell number, not because I'm lonely or I don't have things to do, but because when you need help, I want you to be able to get it right then. I always say that no student should be confused or frustrated in this class. If you're working on a homework problem and you get stuck, feel free to pick up the phone. You can text, you can call me, whatever. I can go right into MyLab and Mastery. It takes all of 1 minute. I can go into MyLab and Mastery. I can go to your problem, see exactly what you're doing, and I can help you. And I know sometimes professors say to me, you give out your personal cell number, like somehow that's beneath a professor. My philosophy is if you care enough to ask, I care enough to help. Okay, but you have to take the initiative. You have to call me. But feel perfectly free. There's nothing strange about that, okay? And I strongly encourage you to do that. Secondly, if you are struggling, so suppose we work on a homework problem and you're still not getting it, and that happens. And it happens, and you're going to find that it's definitely going to happen in certain parts of this course. When we get to chapter, I believe it's 6, where we discuss the sampling distribution, there's going to be a lot of confused faces because it's the hardest part of this class. So you're working the homeworks, you got the answer, you kind of plugged and chugged, but you're still not getting it. Just again, send me an email, send me a text, call me, we'll set up an office hour. Again, it takes me literally all of 1 minute to set up a Zoom session. Okay, I go to Canvas, click on Zoom, set up a session, it's done in a minute. And then the nice thing about a Zoom session is we can talk, we can see each other. I can share my screen, you can share your screen. I have a tablet, so I can work on OneNote. I can send you the transcript of everything we've done. And if you want, I can actually make a video of the entire session so that you can review it later if you want to go back and look at certain parts. So really, this is far superior to office hours where you go, you kind of learn something, you come away slightly confused, and then you can't remember. You have all the materials of everything we've done. And this is actually better than a regular office hour practically. I'm going to get input from you periodically. And so, in fact, in the 0th week, okay, I think I gave you a couple days to do this. I'm going to give you a 9-question survey, and it's going to be an intake of sorts for me to understand what challenges you may have coming into this class. And so if you go to, here, I'm just going to break away really quick. If you go to modules, and in that module 0, hold on a second. I'm sorry, it's under assignments. I probably should put that under module 0. I need to do that. This is a first week checklist survey. It won't take you that long, maybe 10, 15 minutes. You get credit for this. This counts as part of your participation and engagement, so you have to do it. But this will help me get a handle on what problems people might have coming into the class, so I can kind of troubleshoot and be a little proactive, and I can better help you. In addition to that, part of your engagement and participation grade is also going to be based on 2 meetings I'm going to have with you throughout the semester. So I will set up a Google Sheets sign-up list, and I'm going to keep a lot of different blocks of time open. You can schedule a meeting with me. We're going to do that twice a semester. And what I'm going to use that for is first, I like to get to know all of you. Unfortunately, even with the synchronous sessions, I don't really get to know you guys, and this is half the fun of the course. So, I like to talk to you one-on-one, get to know you. That way, if you ever come back and you want to ask me, say, for a recommendation, I can't say, yeah, they were in my class, but I had no idea who they were. I actually can put a name to the face, which is good for both of us. But what I'm going to use that for is first, I'm going to give you feedback. So before our meeting, I'm going to go look through all your work, take notes, and I'm going to give you whatever feedback I can to help you to improve. I'm just going to check and see how things are going, make sure that there aren't any problems that I'm not aware of, any issues you have with the course. You can ask me anything. We can talk about the Cubs' chances of winning next year if we ever get back to a regular baseball season. It can be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. So it's not a huge time expenditure, but I do think it's really important. So I'm going to check in with you also so that people don't feel like they're disembodied, like you're just out there totally on your own, because you most certainly are not. What else can you use? One tool that students don't use enough is the MyLab and Mastering tool called Ask My Instructor. So you're working on a problem. I believe you get 2 attempts per problem. You'd use your second attempt. You thought you got it. You didn't. You're like, what the heck did I do wrong? And you can actually ask before you get to your second attempt, okay, at any point. If you go to that question in MyLab and Mastering, in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on something called Ask My Instructor. And when you click on that, it automatically sends me an email, and it sends me the problem. So it goes straight to my university email. I can click on it. I can see the exact problem, and then I can try to respond to you. It's very useful, very, very helpful. We're going to have the Zoom class meetings. I strongly recommend that you attend, work the problems, ask questions about stuff you don't understand, okay? It's really important. And last, we have the SI sessions. So our SI leader this semester is Anna Somkessel. She was my best student last semester. I only asked the very best students in my class to be SIs, and she was literally the best student in 3 sections, so over 100 students. She was in the top first percentile. She's very good. And she's going to meet with you twice a week. They're going to be in-person sessions. Unfortunately, the SI schedule is not made out yet, but as soon as I know what it is, I will post a link on the front page of our Canvas course homepage, and I'll also send out an announcement, okay? So that's something that you want to definitely take advantage of. So I hope that helps. I hope that you don't feel like you're out there alone, that you know if you have trouble, you can reach out and you know what to do when. Okay? Always, always better to ask for help than not. All right, thanks a lot for watching. In the last video, we get to the really important stuff, the grades.